start the stream right here, or live on YouTube, and we'll have the recording available for everyone after the AMA. Hello and welcome, Altcoin Talk community. Today we have Squidtama joining us, and we got Crypto Seas here representing. We're gonna go into the project. We're gonna talk about a lot of cool stuff you'll see. But yeah, before we get started, Crypto Seas, maybe you wanna give us a small introduction about yourself and the team behind Squidtama, and then we can jump into the project.
Sure, absolutely. I'm probably sure a lot of your participants have heard me before, and usually what I end up doing, my role in all of this, I'm actually working with HSM, the moderator team there, as being the project spokesperson. What I do specifically is that whenever a team that comes from Europe or Asia or anybody who has a very strong accent behind them, they don't speak English as their first language, they come to me to go ahead and help articulate their vision for the project. And I also do my own personal auditing on my end too to make sure that before it gets to you, it goes through me first. So I'm really glad to be helping out with the dev team, and I'll be talking about them immediately now. So Dutch Labs is the team behind this project. They've been working on this idea for the last 6 months. I actually know one of the members from a previous project that we had an AMA here not too long ago, probably around 3 or 4 months ago. And that project got around 60 mil with me being the spokesperson for that project. So he brought me onto this one, and he wants to go ahead and promote Squidtama, which is a NFT marketplace and eventually a decentralized exchange to help increase awareness of the crypto space and also to help you earn a bit of money while being able to invest in innovative projects. Geldmakers, and also Alex are the co-founders of the project. Like I said, they both know each other, and they are from, they're Dutch. And also we also have the some of the other members of the team. So that's around 3 people that's directly on the Dutch Labs team, and of course the high standard moderators have been hired to be the 24-hour support staff for the team to make sure that the community doesn't fall into ruin, and also make sure that people get any questions about the project answered at any given time. So even after this AMA, they will be more than happy to give you information about the project, just as I will today.
Right on. Yeah, yeah. So let's dive deeper. Squid Tama, a lot of different fan bases being tapped in there. We're all familiar, yeah, with the
Yeah.
Squid Games. Maybe some people are not as familiar with the One Punch Man, the anime, but I guess they can all relate to some nicely themed NFTs as well. So let's dive deeper.
But yeah, absolutely. As you stated yourself, we got Squid Games. The season 2 should be coming up within the next couple of months. I actually don't remember the exact date, but it's going to be happening this year, rather next year. And then, of course, there is Saitama, which is, an overpoweringly strong person from anime. I actually like watching One Punch Man quite a bit, and I'm a huge fan of that. And also, if you know from the logo, there is a bit of a reference to another project that did outstandingly well in the space a few months back, which is also named Saitama. So there's a little homage here, going here and there. But like we know, this has nothing to do with the Saitama coin, and this has nothing to do with the Squid Game that rugged everybody for a couple $1 million a few months ago either. So this is a completely different project. We're still trying to ride the hype of the of both communities, right? We want to basically, the Squid Tama just to be like, hey, we want to establish ourselves as a dominant force inside the space with our token, and also we want to have a little bit of fun, because if you're not having fun while investing, then why you're investing for?
Yeah, true that, true that. You gotta. It's crypto, it's DeFi, but it has to be a little fun. And we've seen a lot of fan tokens, meme tokens, however you like to call them, do tremendously well, solely just based on the fan base, right? Because the fan base wants to get involved some more, and through the Squid Tama, they're gonna get to buy some cool NFTs. So maybe we can go into a little bit of about the NFTs, what's planned there, if there's, I don't know, minting costs in mind, if there's yeah, what are the plans around those?
All right. So there's a couple things to go cover that we can cover about the NFTs. So let me. I actually got the website. So if you actually haven't gone to the website, everybody who's listening, go to squidtama.org, and then that way you can actually follow along with some of our stuff. But what I'm going to be following through is through some personal notes. So if it doesn't look exactly like the website, don't worry. It should match up pretty closely. But yes, for the NFTs. So during our first NFT, we're going to be doing an NFT drop. Um, Relatively soon, and I believe it was the first 456 NFTs that we're going to be dropping out. There going to be a little bit of benefit to that. There will be it's like holding one of these. Sorry, I got an echo on me right there. Sorry.
Oh, guild makers is unmuted. Hey there. If guild makers, if you wanna step in at any time here, feel free to unmute and yeah, step up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and continue talking for him. It's all good. It's all good. It just had a little
Yep,
bit of
yep.
echo there. Anyway, but yes, as I was saying, that we have the NFTs. We have an initial set of NFTs that are going to be BUS, basically reward you back out in BNB, and we're doing 456 of those being minted and set out. For that, like I said, by holding those for a long period, over a period of time every month, you will get a proportional amount of of rewards, and that is our first 456. Eventually, we're going to be creating an ETH, BSC to ETH bridge, which will help initiate our ETH versions of the NFTs. They're going to be 3D, and those will be paying out ETH on monthly dividends as well. So there's a little bit more than just having a JPEG in your attached to your wallet. These are actually going to be proof of of what's the way word I'm doing? Confidence, proof of confidence into the project, so that way we reward that proof of confidence back to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say there. I would say it's a utility-based NFTs. Every time you attach a certain, other value to an NFT rather than the art behind it or what it symbolizes, the inclusion or whatever, then it's an utility-based. Whether you can stake it and can grab some rewards, whether it represents ownership of anything. So there's plenty of ways to go about it there. So it's super exciting. And another thing that I got super exciting about was going through the white paper, and I already saw the website has a DApp button, right? So I'm curious what's going to be available for people on the DApp, because I was reading that for the future it's going to be like this one and all DApp solution, and it's going to incorporate a lot of things. So what can we expect there, and when will this be available?
All right, so we're going to go to the first one, the NFT marketplace, where we are just talking about where we can go ahead and create, trade, and stake the NFTs. Those will be that NFT marketplace will be ready on fair launch. So once we're getting ready for fair launch, there you go. There will be no drawdown. We already have it in the works. The second thing that we're working on is that Tomadex, which will allow us to do staking and well, not the Tomadex per se, but the Tomadex is actually where we go ahead and buy and sell trade currencies. But that's also one of the utilities that we're going to work on. We want to go ahead and make sure that when you get your tokens, you're going to be able to stake your tokens with different rewards in each pool, and then the rewards will be paid out in our native token, right? And that's also what we're trying to work on, and as well as the Tama Token Vault, which will allow you to keep track of your balances and your NFT rewards, and then 4% of that daily volume will be added to that vault. That Tama Token Vault will also be basically that's going to help us with rewards for NFT staking. So while holding those NFTs, you will get a portion of the Tama Token Vault. So that way, it keeps people holding their NFTs even longer as that proof of confidence.
A little bit of more staking incentives there. I like that.
Yes.
And I was also reading that
Mhm.
for a second edition of the NFTs, you're actually looking to do them on Ethereum for people and bridge over there.
Right. And that's our plan that we're going to get ourselves started around quarter 1 next year. We really wanted to make sure of course you can promote, hey, 3D NFTs. They have the infrastructure that can support that a little bit better than BSE can, but you don't want to jump the gun on that without having a bridge that would also check that from two different blockchains, right? So that's what we want to do, is make sure that both those will be concurrent with each other once the Ethereum bridge will be ready, and then we'll also make sure we'll be able to mint those ETH NFTs.
Yeah, so sounds exciting. A lot of opportunity for people, on either chains to jump on board. And I also saw like for this is probably further down the roadmap. You also had like a play to earn game in mind, and then I'm guessing for the buyback and burn mechanics, that's also going to be implemented later on, or is that going on right now? Or maybe yeah, I think we got a little bit ahead of ourselves. I think I got a little
Yeah, I
bit
know.
excited here, and we should probably dial a little bit back, and go back to let's start with the tokenomics. I'm sure somebody is gonna
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
about it sooner or later, so let's just start there. Yeah.
It's I understand it's easy to get overwhelmed whenever you see something a little bit more promising. You're just kind of like I want to know like what's going on the roadmap. Is that inner J word inside of us? It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We both have that. But no, it's okay. So now let's talk about tokenomics, right? So obviously you know that we're BEP 20 tokens, Binance Smart Chain. That shouldn't be too too different from the norm. We have a total supply of 100 million tokens. Basically the way that I like to go through a visual to break down how each of the tokens are being divvied out for the rest of the parts of the project. But for the actual tokenomics, we have 10 over 15 buy sell tax. Don't worry, those will be adjustable in the future. But this is just for our initial launch. Okay. So for the initial, the buy tax at 10% that consists of 4% marketing, 3% LPs, 1% for the Tama token vault, and then 2% for the dev team. Okay. And then, of course, the sell tax with 15% is going to be 5% marketing, 5% LPs, 3% for the vault, and then 2% dev team. And like I said, they'll be a little bit higher, but if you notice between the buy tax from the 10% and the 15%, the dev team gets nothing extra than the 2% in and out. So they only get 4% out of that whole 25%. The rest of it goes back to the community. That will be adjusted in the future as we finally get through the first initial phases. Okay. So, like I said, it sounds a bit scary, but that is only because, people tend to like to sell the moment they see a huge pump. And if they want to go ahead and abuse our token that way because they want to sell, well, they're more than welcome to take their profits, but there will be a bit of a penalty until we actually finally get a more stable chart, and then we can adjust those sale taxes to be more appreciative for their for holding on for us. So that's what I got for that. And then of course, let me see if I can get build some token information based upon the pink cell site. So if you give me a second, I'll see we can integrate these screens together. Sorry if it takes me a little bit of time. It's a little bit newer technology to me.
No, it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, I
uh,
guess we were talking about taxes and everything. Yeah, there's an auto LP tax there, and I know probably most people are used to token taxes and how they work and how they can provide stability for the long run for the token. And it's like you said, oftentimes those can be adjusted, and this is what you'll see from teams. In time, those taxes will either be removed altogether or just at a very low level, because if you want to go say to centralized exchanges and all of this, they have certain requirements. So yeah, I'm sure there's an option in the contract, right, to drop the taxes, to exclude these sexes and all of this. So yeah.
Right. The contract has been verified that those fees can be easily changed. So, it's thankfully that we're not going to be looking down to a situation where someone puts it to 90% at launch and then, oh, we're stopping the blocks, we're sniping. No, no, it's where we see right here. Too many of those projects. So continue on with the tokenomics here.
Yep, yep.
So as you can see here, this is the pink cell right here. Also my little plug for cybersecurity. Make sure that if you get any link for pink cell, make sure it has Squidtama Fair Launch. We're currently we jumped up number 6 here. And also we have our audit and KYC badge. Okay. Please, if you go to another site that says like crappy looking website, it's scam. Please don't join. You connect your wallet, you lose all your funds. So there's my cybersecurity plug. Thank you. This has been my TED talk. All right. Anyway, continuing on, the token metrics. Our pre-sale is at 40%. We have our liquidity at 22.8%. That'll go directly into the project. We have our staking pool reserve of 15%, which will help us be able to give rewards out to users or part of that staking program. Our diamond hand reserve of 5%, and we'll cover that very shortly. Team tokens for 5%, such the team can get paid after a period of time. But trust me, that lock is 1 year. And then, of course, there is the unlocked portion, which we're going to be using for marketing and giveaways to the community to make sure they keep their interest in the project. And of course, there's 2.2 burned. This information is also copied out on the Squidtama website. So you can see here, it is the same information. So you see, when you're locked, initial burn. All the information I just said on the one site is also on the other one. So no tricks here. Okay. And then finally, the Diamond Hand Reserve that we were just talking about. Diamond Hand Reserve is going to be unlocked on December 4th. On December 4th, it will let those who have been holding on to the project for a certain period of time, there we go, be able to get rewards back to themselves as long as they were able to buy from a certain point, not after a certain point, and held all the way up until the unlock. And whoever had the biggest bags will end up getting the biggest share of that percentage. So we're trying to incentivize people to hold on for a period of time and still have a little bit of fun. So that's why we have such a large division of different parts of this pie chart, is because we want to make sure people know that we're serious about trying to get this thing for a long time, not a short time.
Right, and I've went ahead and posted the pink sale link right there in our main chat. We do have the chat lock, guys. We have the official links. I've posted the pink sale link. You can see the audit, the KYC there, and the pre-sale starts in 3 days. So, and I believe it's a fair launch, so anybody can basically participate, right?
Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
they have obviously you can check through here. Actually, I already turned it off, but there is no minimum contribution. There is a max contribution, but really there is a soft cap of 50 BNBs. But the sky's the limit on this. There is no hard cap. We're in a new meta for pink sales these days.
Yeah, we've seen different trends, different, so I guess people, we encourage everyone to do their own research anyway. So if you go to the website, you go to the official links, you'll be able to find everything there. So also we were talking on the tokenomics, and I wanted to ask you more about the Tama token vault. Is Are there any plans to use this vault, or what are the plans to use this vault? Will it solely be for rewarding the community for incentives, or I don't know, in the future maybe it'll be used for finding some good opportunities to increase the value of the vault, or anything like that?
Okay, so the vault is very interesting because what will end up happening is that a portion of daily volume will be reserved in the token vault. The rewards from that vault will be paid out monthly, depending on if it's the Ethereum or the BSC portion. There's going to be a portion of that vault being given back to the community, right? That's what the vault mainly is. It's all the portions of buys and sells goes back into a place where those who are holding NFTs will get a portion of that. So basically, it motivates you to buy an NFT so that way you can get a return back on your investment by holding it. So that's where that money comes into from holding NFTs.
Right, right. Okay. Well, that sounds like a pretty good way of doing it. Yeah. So, when will the NFTs? You said they'll be available on launch for people to buy, or when will they be available? Is there like a whitelist or
Yeah.
something, or is it just like a free mint?
At the current moment, we have, I believe, there are going to be a portion of people that will be able to get the be able to mint those. It should be in 4 hours. You have to pay zero point 0.2 BNB, and the marketplace will be available at launch.
Right.
And actually, I have a website for it. That's going to be on Luber.Von, I believe that's the website. Luber.com. Luber.com. I'm sure you guys actually have heard of that community before.
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna ask like how the partnership came along. I like that they're using Luber. You know, we've seen a lot of different teams and projects and collaborate in the past, and they actually do pretty well. So I'm glad you actually are using Luber. Yeah.
mm, yeah. So, like, I'll be honest with you. I don't have a little bit more of the intricacies on how they got the put together with the partnership, but like I said, I know Luber team has been a very they've been in the space quite a bit, but some good things, bad things, you hear whatever in the space is all right. But long story short, they got infrastructure and they've been more than happy to accommodate our project for the for our launch, and we really are happy that Meta Ruffy is helping us take this on. So all nothing but good things for them.
Right on. Yeah. Okay, so let's. I was curious when I saw the Tama decks. I know a lot of people are doing different things with their dexes. So, what are the plans around the dexes? Will you, of course, I get that there's going to be incentives for people to sort of do LP pairs and then some staking. Are you looking to sort of take some profit from the dex or some, I don't know, anything and kind of put it back into the token or airdrop some to the NFT holders, or how is there going to be any revenue share from the DEX to the holders is what I'm getting at.
Okay, so there is so one of the bigger versions, bigger things that is different comparatively other ones is that our Atomidex is meant to help keep the project deflationary. As you saw, there is no automatic burn. There is nothing saying there is a manual burn in any of that. Not saying that there won't be one, but there's none actual scheduled here. So the Atomidex, what it'll end up doing is that from basically as you from the when we finally get things listed, like we're going to have the Tomadex, we're going to have our listing, so you can put on the Tomadex, we're going to have ad spaces, and we're going to have trending services. 50% of that will go back to our buyback and burn wallet, and then 40% is going to be allocated to the dev team, right? And then 10% is going to be reserved to our reward stores and third NFT drop. So that 50% from the Tomadex, from some of our services will go to get buyback and burn. Okay. We also are going to make sure reserve 50% of all of the Tomadex fees for buyback and burn, besides the ones that for just advertisement to help increase the value of the coin. So we are trying to make sure that we do keep ourselves away, deflationary. But and that also keeps us, different from other exchanges that, simply just, hey, I'm going to take 1% of all transaction fees and then simply just sit on the cash and do nothing else with the DEX. We want this DEX to help facilitate the ecosystem with the NFTs and with the DEX itself.
Right. Yeah. That sounds
Um,
good.
I, I did I did lose a mention of the NFTs, which it's on me, by the way. I just want to make sure people knew about it before we lost it in conversation. Um, Regarding the NFTs, there is we do have an ability to have NFTs listed on there that are made from personal use, so you can come to our platform and create your own NFTs, right? You have to pay a fee to. Sorry, that is true. By the way, you can also get your NFTs created on our platform, and you'll be able to pay a small, like 5% fee, and you will be able to have your own creation on our NFT marketplace. So that's also one of the things that are going to be different on our platform as we create the NFT space, which will be, like I said, ready around launch.
Well, that sounds good to me, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're building the platform for yourself, right, then you're gonna offer NFT staking for your products, right? This could be a white label solution, not for your partners as well, right? Not just for people that want to have like a nice NFT. Sure, that's nice, they can play around with it. But maybe somebody would come along and say, hey, you got a nice system here. How about I mint my collection on your marketplace, and then you set up a pool for us, or anything like that. So I can see that as being, a good business for the future. And it's you were mentioning, you were going to provide these kind of services to different teams, right, with the dexes. So it's I think it can be really interesting, to see what people like, how they engage with it, and what they want more of, right. And it's not just for the normal investor. It's also for the people in sort of on the more technical side, or the builders, so to say, right. Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I was looking. If anybody, we usually ask about the KYCs and the audits and everything, but we do have the pink sale link right there, so anybody can go ahead and check out the audit, and then the KYC badge as well. So moving forward, before I see we're starting to get some hands up here, so I want to ask you about the marketing plans, because that's going to be a question. So let's go over some of the marketing plans that you guys have in store for, say, I don't know, the first quarter here and going into 2023. Did we lose crypto?
Sorry, yeah, I think we have lost your very last
Oh,
part of that
oh,
sentence. Can
sorry,
you say it one
sorry.
more time?
Is it? Am I okay? Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, yes, I can. Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's not you. I blame Telegram for everything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was just saying if we
Anyway,
can.
go ahead and answer. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
if
Go
we
ahead.
can
I'm
go
sorry.
in the marketing plans, because I know some people are gonna ask about it. So let's just get it out of the way before I move to community
Oh,
investor
right.
questions.
Yes, the third win marketing. Yes. So,
Yeah.
yes, with that as an awkward statement, as that horrible pause was meant to make everyone scared. No, we actually have marketing set up. We as we noticed that we've been doing quite a few AMAs for the last couple of days and trying to get ourselves out there. I'm not going to call out call channels because that'd be weird, but this is my third one. Okay, so just let you guys know this is our third AMA. We still got two more going on from here, and also we are going to try to get ourselves with, and the usual advertising between like getting ourselves listed on places like PooCoin for their banner advertisements, going to try to get listed on Dex so that way we get our name out there, and trying to working with other different call channels and basically certain influencer groups to help get our name out. The usual things that happen in every crypto space. Of course, we the to work if anyone has any questions regarding venture capitals, that's something that I'm not at liberty to talk about, but I will tell you that they are going to be looking forward and trying to proactively keep the flame alive for the project. The overall, we have to make sure that the project gets launched and it also stays relevant because when NFT seasons come back, you know we're going to be right there at the forefront trying to make sure that we are going to be riding that wave while still already having the infrastructure to help that out. And our job is to make sure that people know the infrastructure is ready. We just want you to be able to invest in our project when the tide comes.
Right, that sounds good, and yeah, we don't consider other channels or other mediums, competition and all that. I myself like it when I see projects going in different lounges, going into different communities, and because there are different people, there are different audiences, and the more exposure, the better, right? So when you see teams going around, pushing, get boots on the ground, talking to everyone, that's usually a good sign that the transparency is there. So uh, that's
Yeah.
that's good to have. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, there's the other part of marketing that no one likes to talk about because they keep forgetting. The greatest person that is able to market your project is me and you and everybody else that is part of a project, right? Building that community will help people be more motivated to talk to about their friends, their family, coworkers, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why doing giveaways such as the Sweet Widget one, was doing a $1,000 giveaway for Sweet Widget. You know, this is actually going to help advertise and market the project, right? That was actually cheap marketing because honestly, if you give a $500 giveaway to your community, that's a lot more than the 2,000 that would go towards a guide to make one post on Twitter, right? So my overall that between billboards, callers, partnerships, and also helping out with the Shilling team, that will be more than I think that will be substantial amount of help for getting the marketing done. And I think people will be really happy to see their money coming back to the community if we use marketing funds that way too.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment, and sometimes, of course, a lot of people don't know the effort and the time and the dedication that it takes to build something, and you have to be really strategic when it comes to who you work with, who you pay, who you trust with putting your name out there. So it's good to have these things in mind, and yeah. Let me open it up here. I see some hands up. Let's see. Elkiam, you had a question here for Crypto Seas? Go for it. Or Elian Kim, I think I mispronounced his name.
My question is your platform suitable of crypto beginners or is it allowed only professional users?
I can't hear you too well, sir. I know it sounds like you're standing far away from your microphone. Could you get a little bit closer?
Is your platform suitable of crypto beginners?
No,
Are you able to hear him,
yeah,
Acti?
I think he was asking if it's for beginners or experts. So, um, something along those lines. If it's beginner friendly,
Okay,
I guess. Yeah.
so I will probably say this is more in an intermediate because with a lot of the stuff that we're talking about at the current moment is having we assume that the person knows what an NFT is, what a staking is, minting, unlocking. We're using a lot of words that would be a little bit more inherent into the community. It's nothing that you couldn't learn in in a day or two, but it is. I don't think this is the day that we're going to be teaching people how to invest in a project immediately. But that doesn't mean we won't. It's just that so in the future we will have ways of, hey, actually, if you come to our own chat, we'll be more than happy to show you how to buy our coin. We actually have those steps on trying to get yourselves invested, especially the moderator team that will be able to assist with that. But like I said, I think this is an intermediate level of trying to get into the project. But if beginners come, we're never going to tell anybody no who wants to learn.
Yeah, and I appreciate that honesty there, because some people might be familiar with buying a token and all that, but when it comes to, say, yeah, buying an NFT, staking it, and managing your vaults and all this, it could be more on the intermediate side. So, yeah, well, you can check out all the Whalecoin Talk socials. We have a lot of education there. You can just go to YouTube and look it up and kind of educate yourself further, or if you're curious about something, just jump on the Telegram and ask the team, I guess. So let's see. Let's go to Venice next. Venice, you had a question for CryptoSeas? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Akti. Okay, I read a statement on the white paper that by combining the power of community, blockchain technology, and real life utility, we can shake the market to its foundation. So it got me thinking what real life utilities you are talking about on the white paper that you will be integrating with your project.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm reading right here. The intro of it right here. So he's legal quantum economy by combining community, real life utility. We can make it more engaging. Okay, great. So the real life utility is that we're trying to, like, as you know, the overall long term of this is we're going to turn things into our own personal currency, so that way we can make ourselves better in the long run, right? A lot of the stuff is that we're trying to build bridges into the real space. So actually, if I go over here to white paper, we'll go down here to our roadmap. Okay, we want to be able to still create our play to earn game. We want to be able to have our ability for you to take what you get out of crypto and actually turn it into something that you can enjoy and take, enjoy your own free time as part of that extension of that real life to crypto space, right? A lot of projects have tried to do this beforehand. There's many that are currently working at the moment. Heck, there is one, like, there's a horse racing one on the ETH bridge. I forgot which one it is. One of my friends got a huge, a huge, like a rare horse, and he freaking makes cashes off that. And that is going to help bring the two different communities to life, because everything that we do in this space is about money, and you can't use money just strictly online unless you're at like Amazon or buying or shopping. But you still need to get, you know, a reflection of your worth and investments in a very, very new space, right? As things go by, I'm more than confident that there will be more integrations into real life. Like, for instance, obviously we're trying to work with the billboards and stuff like that. But when we get to the play to earn game, that I think that will be something that people will be able to, uh, you know, that will shake some people up if it actually can get into, a real life scenario where you can go and enjoy that in real life. That'd be amazing. I'm probably sure there's another project called, I believe it was Mist, that was trying to work on something like that too. So, like you said, there's a lot more that's being planned in the future. I think that that's a great question, but like I think we're just at the very beginning of stages of the project. I think we have a lot of potential on working on other, real life integration with the project.
Okay, understood. And do you guys have plans for the games that what kind of games you will be having? Like, will it be like Squid Games, mini Squid Games, or what kind of game it will be?
So for the games, they're basically, they are going to be loosely based upon Squid Games. I mean, like there are a few of them, right? They're going to be working on some other properties besides that, but we're going to go ahead and play safe with some of them to make sure that people know that we have the capacity to create those games. And then, of course, we're going to do a little bit more than that. So I can't give out too information, or we'll just go ahead and ruin the hype for it. But that's what we got for you for now.
Okay, understood. And I also want to understand what benefits will you get if someone stake their NFT? Because if everyone can create an NFT on your marketplace, then everybody will be creating hundreds of NFTs and staking them on your platform to get benefits.
Well, the point is, we do want people to go and buy the NFTs and stake them on our platform, because what ends up happening is that we'll end up getting a portion of those. that staking back to the community. The fact of the matter is, by investing in the NFTs, you're investing into the project. The project will be able to grow and be able to create more innovative projects from those from people, staking those NFTs back to back to the platform. It is the developers hopes that we are able to have as many people as possible be able to utilize the platform to make them something better, and that's why the rewards are given back out, besides just holding them inside of the native token, because we want people to give our appreciation of, hey, you didn't sell this, we know that we're trying to do our best to help your project out, and the sky's the limit on what we could possibly do with just a little bit of hope and finances to help out with the entire team. So um, I know there's a little bit of hopium in this, and we don't want that hopium to turn to copium. That's all I have really, really for you.
Yeah, I understood. And will you be having any competition for the artists that create the NFTs on your platform, and they just need to submit their best artwork to win some exciting prizes as well?
Not that I know of, but that sounds like a great recommendation. And if I'll send you to the dev, and maybe that's something that we can initiate it. I do think for any competition it helps motivate the community.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to attract more artists so that they can provide their best artwork to in the competition and win some exciting prizes. I think people will create more NFTs this way.
Mm. Hey,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. Yeah, you're all good, man.
No, go on. You were saying something.
Oh no, I was saying like, hey, I literally just DM'd the dev when you told me that. I think that's a great idea. I hope we can talk a little bit more.
Okay, that's great. Okay, one last thing from my side. As you know, Squid Game season 2 will be out next year. So it got me thinking, will you be creating more NFTs according to the new characters Squid Game will have, or will you have any quiz events based on the episodes, like getting to your community and asking some questions or having any competition regarding episodes of Squid Game 2?
Of course. We're like I said, the Squid Game season 2 will be coming out sometime next year. Hopefully, and of course, if you see on the white paper, we do have an edition 3 that's already planned. So we are more than ready to get underway for a next portion of the Squid Game community. We want to make sure that I'm sorry if you guys don't like hearing this. We do want to ride the hype a little bit. It's always fun. It makes everyone motivated and it builds community. So when that we already have, like I said, it's in the white paper. The third edition is going to be in the works at the time it gets launched.
Okay, one more thing. I know I said last question, but one more thing
Yeah,
came in my
yeah, you're
mind.
good.
Uh, yeah, yeah. As you guys are allowing artists to create their NFTs on BSC for now, and you will be allowing them in creating NFTs in Ethereum. So it got me thinking that will you have any kind of mechanism on the marketplace that allows people to transfer their NFTs from other chains to BSC or vice versa?
Yes, we'll be able to. So as you know, that we were talking about doing some of the ability of getting that BSC to ETH bridge, right? That is, they're going to be an upgrade a little bit later to see if we can bounce them around different blockchains and whatnot. For the time being, we're still situating ourselves on our BSC one. We're going to work on our ETH BSC bridge. I keep saying it in that way, even though technically it's the other way around. And we're going to work on that strategy of trying to make sure NFTs are going to be visible multi-chain. So that is something that's going to be covered in the future.
Okay, understood. It's been really great talking to you, and thank you so much for answering my all questions.
Hey, you're very welcome, Venice. This is what I honestly, this is what I live for, man. I love giving out people information, because if you don't invest wisely, then you're not investing wise at all.
Right on. Thank you for the questions there, Venice. Yeah, I hope some people will get excited about One Punch Man, not just the Squid Games part, right? Because maybe, yeah, in the games you could have the Squid Games characters, but you could also have one of them be a hidden Saitama, that's a more powerful one or something like that. So I'm hoping I'm hoping people will get excited about that side as
It
well.
sounds like you want to get airdropped the rare edition Saitama version of these NFTs.
I,
That's
I
what it
would I
sounds
would
like.
not say no to that, but let's move on. Let's see. Muhammad, you had a question here for CryptoSeas? Go for it.
Is your project a community only for English speaking and countries or for users not of other languages?
Oh, that's a great question. It's actually a question we covered in our last AMA, and I'll see if I can go ahead and try to condense it the most I can. So, if anyone has ever run a Telegram group before, it's really hard to do a a multilingual portion of that on Telegram. It's just Telegram. It's not that it's impossible. It's just Telegram itself. Because what ends up happening is that you have one group and they're all trying to talk in one language for the most part. Like we have our Squidtama underscore BSC. That's our Telegram. Now you create an international community. We got to get moderators that we can't know if they're going to be being good faith actors in the other communities, right? So it gets really, really hard when a lot of these communities that I've seen before, okay, they start scamming, they start being disruptive, they start, letting the whole chat going to ruin. They volunteer themselves, but they're not getting paid for what they do because they wanted to do a volunteer. And when they get bored, they just leave it, and it becomes a disarray of spams and bots. Right? A platform such as Discord is actually a lot better for these international communities. To go ahead and have a single moderator staff look directly at an international community and be able to, and people can call them out. So, long story short, it's not an impossibility of working towards international community. I do believe that the first recommendation we've already had with the development team is to create a Discord in the future to make sure that we can handle that kind of traffic. But for the time being, we're working with our Telegram because that's our platform of trade for now. But eventually, we can see if we can get a Discord to help facilitate the international community. It's a long answer, I know, but I always like to make sure that people get a understanding the reason why this happens.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, thank you for the question there. Let's move to Asia. Asia, you had a question for CryptoSeas? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Active. I have few questions for CryptoSeed. So you will be releasing 456 hand-drawn 2D NFTs. Investors can stake their NFTs in return for massive rewards. I was wondering, will NFTs going to be offering different APYs for staking depending on rarity level of the NFTs?
All right. So at the current moment, I am not familiar if the different rarities will give you different staking amounts. If you give me a second, I can actually find that out for you. Um, I'm just checking what notes. Like I said, the developer actually knows a lot more about what's going on in the project than I personally do. I know a lot, by the way. I know a lot of inside stuff. But the thing is, I have to make sure that for a question like yours, that you'll be able to get a good answer. So basically, for the NFTs, there is no difference regarding the rarity. But you must stake it in order to get your share for the vault. Okay. The 456 NFTs that are currently listed are exactly the same as the other one. You know, they were not going to play the rarity game. We're going to play the, hey, we appreciate you being part of this one, because I guess a good reason for it is that when people start saying that this certain type of NFT is rarer than the other, it kind of skews the price of what the actual cost of all these NFTs are. They're currently 0.2 BNB each. They will all be 0.2 BNB each, and certain ones will look better than the others, but they're essentially the same as the others. So no rarity game, no Beanie Babies that are better than the others. They are all equally loved.
Okay. I also want to know who is the artist behind the NFTs.
The artist behind the NFT. Let's see if I can get that question for you. Let's see if it's not true. Let's see if it's confidential or not. Let's see. Artist is anonymous. Yeah, he does not want to be known. He's simply doing this for the sake of doing this for us, and we cannot be happier with it.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was wondering, why did you decide to launch your NFT collection on Luber NFT Marketplace? Do you have any partnership with them?
But we did pay a fee to get ourselves we did end up coordinating with ourselves with Luber to get listed on their platform. We wanted to you know we have we coordinated with them to give ourselves a art gallery that people would be able to see the NFTs as they are created. A lot of this stuff. Let's see if I can actually show you some images here. if you don't mind me showing you. And then it won't take me too long, I promise. I have all my stuff here. Let me see if I can do a screen share. And there we go. All right, great. So you see over here.
Are you sharing your screen?
And all right, can you see it?
No, it's not coming up yet. Let me try to rejoin. Just.
Okay. If it's not showing up, then it's okay.
If there's
Let's see
if there are links or anything, you can send it to me and I'll post it in the main chat for everybody to see. If you want.
Okay. So let me go ahead and send that to you. If it's not showing up, I'm not going to fight Telegram.
Yeah.
You see, this is the reason why I have issues with. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Telegram, where I bash Telegram for being Telegram.
Well, we can bash it as much as you want, as long as we're using it. I don't think they'll have anything to say. It's like bash it as much as you want if you're still using it, so it's good.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and get this information for you here. I'm about to forward it to you directly. Actually, I don't even have you listed as one of my members here, so I apologize, guys. I'm gonna put a extra time for 1 minute.
Yeah,
I know, a little soccer reference. There we go. Now I got you added. I just sent you a random S, so that way I can know that's where you are. Okay.
Yep.
So some of our Lubra information, and I'll forward that to you. I apologize, Aisha. I'm just trying to make sure we get the right information for you.
No problem. Okay, moving to my next question. I want to know, will one be able to make, sorry?
Oh, no, go ahead. Please ask your question.
Okay. Will one be able to mint NFT of their own liking, or it will be a random NFT mint?
It should be random. So once you click it, you'll basically grab what is issued to you.
Okay. Last thing from me. Will NFT holders be able to customize their NFTs, like changing clothes, weapon, or any item they are carrying?
Okay, ask me that question one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. Will NFT holders be able to customize their NFTs, like clothing, or any items they are carrying?
Okay. Just to revalidate that second question you asked me. Yes, you can see which one which NFT you want prior to buying. So that is my mistake. I'm sorry about that. Also, for the customization, you should be able to see. Oh, let me actually give what Gel is telling me something else. I'm so sorry. I don't want to give you wrong information, man. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. And I forwarded the images into our main chat for everybody to see there, like the galleries and how if you guys are not familiar with Luber, you can go there and check it out and check out the Squidtama gallery as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so basically what I would recommend what you should do, Aisha, is go to Luber.com, go to the search for Squidtama, and then you should be able to see them inside of the gallery there, and you can see which one you would like to get. So I think that should, in fact, I have another screenshot here, what the website would look like, so that way you can purchase it for yourself. So I'm also going to send this to Acti. So Acti has a picture of it. It's just to show you. No, it's a screenshot of a website. But actually, you can just go to Luber.com. I'll see if I can go there at the same time. That way, we can both be educated ourselves on how this whole thing exactly worked out. So, Luber.com, upper right, Squidtama. All right, and then I'm going to try to do a screen share one more time. Let me know if you can see my screen, my friends. Okay, and here we go. Do you see my screen?
Give me just 1 second.
Aisha, can you see my screen?
No, it's not coming through. It's still not coming through.
Yeah, screen is coming, but
you can see it.
it's not showing up the NFTs.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will send another message in the main chat, and what you can do here. Oh, actually, you can't do it in the main chat either. I sent Acti the website directly so he can see where those NFTs are, and you can actually pick which one you like. So once they are up for sale, you're more than welcome to use the platform to purchase which one is resonates the best with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I repeat my the last question for you,
Please,
which
you go
I
ahead.
asked? Yeah, I was actually asking about the customization of the NFTs after the mint.
Oh, the customization of NFTs after the mint. Okay. I don't have an answer for the customization for the NFTs after mint. If I do get any information, I will be sure to share it with you before the end of the AMA.
No problem. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for answering.
Thank you very much for dealing with that little rough take there. I apologize.
All good there. Let's move on. Let's see, Western Beast. You had a question for CryptoSeas here? Go for it.
Thanks, Akti. Hi, CryptoSafe.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. It's a wonderful one. It's a really detailed explanation of the project from your end. But I was just looking through your roadmap, and I was looking at the thread of events happening, and I saw that you strategically placed the Tamadex app for both iOS and Android on phase 4, which is the third quarter of next year. Um, but before that, there are a lot of other events that are actually happening: the 3D NFT launch, the Ethereum bridge, and the marketing push and the partnerships, but also the marketing and the fair and other activities. Are there plans to integrate um, this app that you intend to make into some kind of super app that controls, all these activities ranging from the NFTs and the that also talks about notifications about new events and maybe even the marketplace itself. Is the Tamadoge app going to is the Tamadex app going to connect the two events together?
Um, to answer your question briefly, no. So the reason why we're going to have the staking plat. Sorry, yeah, we're going to have our platform for our NFT marketplace, and we're also going to have our Tomodex. We're not going to do a big, wide, user friendly GUI from each part because it will be easily accessible as a focal point from the website. So you should be able to navigate to which part of the ecosystem just by figuring out which one you want to go. It's like we will make sure that it is very easy to get where you need to go on the website. That even as much so as when we actually go from the web version to the app version for the Tomodex, that they will still work functionally the same. They just have different ways of getting access to it. For instance, right now, if you do a transaction on the web version of Tomodex, you go to web browser, MetaMask or Trust Wallet, the app. And then what the Tomodex app will do is just simply wallet to the app. So, we, I think that's basically the ideal for that one. So that's how we're going to end up building our ecosystem.
All right. That sounds good. My last question is concerning your NFTs. You said you're going to be doing 3D NFTs. I know you talked about this in the future, but when it comes to 3D NFTs, there's 3D NFTs themselves, and there are some animated NFTs. Are there plans to create 3D animated NFTs?
Not at the moment. If anything else comes out from those like a animated 2D NFT, I'm sure that they'll be discussed during the third edition. But for the second edition, it's currently 3D.
All right. Thank you very much for answering my questions. I wish Squidtama the best, and I hope you guys have a bullish day moonward. Over to you, Akti.
All right. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very much.
thank you for the question. Let's see. We have Favor OLA. Favor, you have a question for CryptoSeas? Go for it.
Hello, good evening. Good day rather. My question, I want to ask you a question about the fair launch pre-sale because I once listened to them on another AMA and I realized that they said it was going to be 5 BNB max wallet, but now it's 10 BNB. So the project is a large project, and I'm concerned about the kind of the way to what will happen at launch. Like, is there any plans, or what do you plan to do in order to prevent a large dump? Because I've found that the pre-sales that have huge max buy are usually dumped at launch. So what are your plans to prevent this from happening? And also concerning your NFTs, you mentioned that you have an NFT marketplace, right? So do you have facilities on your website, like what's it called, tools that people can use to create their own NFTs, or are people just supposed to upload their NFTs to your marketplace for sale?
Okay. Those are good questions. I'm gonna see if I can answer them to the best of my ability. So for the so first question is after purchase, how to prevent any large dumps because of the fact that the contribution being high as it is, right? So what we end up doing is that we're going to do buybacks for any large dumps on the project. So we have enough confidence in our ability to have the fair launch comparatively to simply ride through any of these bad actors to the chart, and we will make sure that we keep the chart above water, so to speak. So that's what we have at the term moment. I can't get into any more details more than that, but the developer has emphasized that that's what we're going to do, and we're going to stick to it. For the second question, was can you answer it for one more time? I know it's regarding the NFT marketplace.
Asking if you have like tools on your website, on your NFT marketplace, that people can use to design their own NFTs, or are people just supposed to upload what they have for sale on your marketplace?
Yes, yes. So is what we're going to end up doing is, yes, you can create your own NFTs. You'll be able to have them marketed on the marketplace themselves, and we're not going to harp on thou shall not do this on the market cap. Okay, we are only going to be doing it on the BSC, and a little bit later we're going to use other change. But that's what we're currently focusing on for the time being.
Thank you very much for your answers. Thank you, Ati, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
And before I continue on, Acti, I do want to make sure I recapped on Aisha's question. I don't want to leave her out of the conversation. For the NFTs, yes, they should be customizable after you receive them, so that way you can customize them to whatever you like them to be.
All right, cool. Let's go with Syed. I see. Syed, you had a question for CryptoSeas? Go for it.
I think I've
Yeah,
seen
thank you,
Syed for a
Akti.
while now.
Hello.
Okay, so you are also planning on having your own DEX. So I was just thinking that will you going to have your own liquidity for your DEX, or you will be getting liquidity from the Pancake swap?
That's a good question. Um, Give me a second. I want to see if we can get that answer direct from the developer. I'm not going to speculate on that one. Me personally, I do think going through a pancake swap would be the safer option. Just as the immediate, as an immediate answer, it just simply has the infrastructure to hold something like that. But as far as when we finally get it integrated, we're going to basically work with our liquidity through Pancake Swap and PoolCoin. So nothing too crazy for the Tom Index for the foreseeable future. But if that does change, then we can look into that. But it's don't fix what's not broken.
Okay, understood. Okay, so I was thinking that do you have any intention of creating your own virtual space for maybe community to meet up? Because I can see your ads in the MetaRuffy world. And also, do you have any virtual space in MetaRuffy?
Um, Metaspace inside of MetaRuffy?
Yes,
Yes,
your
yes, we
own
do.
space.
Yes, absolutely. If you actually go inside of MetaRuffy, you can actually see our art gallery there and see all the NFTs that are going to be up for sale very soon. So yes, it is absolutely up right now.
Okay, got it. Okay, final question. So you mentioned that the user can mint these NFTs using BNB. So it got me thinking, is it necessary for the particular user to be your native token holder, or they can mint these NFT without holding native token?
Um, yes, so you should be able to. You don't need a native token to mint these. It is intended to be able to be bought with BNB.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much for answering. Over to you, Acti.
All right,
Right.
thank you very much. Good question, Saeed.
Thank you for the question, Syed. We got, I think we got time for one more. Let's see, we got Big Go here. Big Go, do you
All
have a
right,
question for CryptoSeas?
big go, the biggest go.
Hello guys, are you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. So before I go straight to my question, I want to say thanks for the good opportunity. So my question is, I look at your website. Oh, sorry, but it was a little tricky when we wanted to read, but couldn't directly translate it into the language of our country and keep English. I think it's quite difficult for investors who want to see and learn your website. Can you change it to be easier, or will there be your team that will notify directly from investors who want to invest in your project? You got the question?
Okay, that's a good question. What is your language, if I might ask, sir?
Um, and let me just say, Iran.
Okay, so so yes, to answer your question, it is. I think it's very good, ideal to be able to have multiple languages on the website, and thankfully, it should not be too hard to have the website translated. Respective to an actual translator to do it for us, opposed to Google Translator. And that's something that the developer can look at too in the future. So I don't want to promise anything for you for now, but that is there's no reason why we can't do that. We will absolutely work on it to the best of our ability.
Okay.
Okay, ma. Thanks for answering my question. So, I also have one more question here to ask. Hope I'm free to ask.
All right, go for it.
Okay. So my question is really based on the community support. So, community support is one of the most important aspects of a project success. All projects have programs that when communicate with their users. Do you have any special plans to attract and expand the community and improve the users' experience? I don't know if you really got my question.
Yeah. So I made a mention of it earlier, but I'll give a little bit more of an addition to the thing I said earlier. So,
Okay.
step one, build a big community that's based upon, uh, good ethics, well-being, ability to help out others, and being able to promote the material that they believe in. Right. You want to be able to say, "Hey guys, we're doing a giveaway for helping out with the community," because those who basically help make the bread should get a piece of it too, right? So we want to build that foster that really good positive community where the community does get something back for building up the project. Now, unfortunately, I have an adage to myself: out of every 100 people, there's one bad person. Okay, there's always a bad egg in the bunch. So that's where the moderator team comes in. So the development team decided to go ahead and hire a 24-hour staff. Their job is to make sure to maintain, not be over aggressive, authoritarian folk. What they're there to do is to make sure that the chat room stays nice, that when people have questions and concerns, that they are able to answer them respectfully and to mitigate all FUD from destroying a community. Because all it takes is one person to say, "Hey, I think the dev is doing this," and then it sends off to the moon. Because it is easy to allegate anything, but it's hard to prove them wrong without a lot of talking. Okay, so having a good moderator staff and also having a healthy community that is also rewarded for its efforts will be the basis of trying to get this project for a long time. Sorry, keeping it up for a very long time. So that's basically how the development team is going to make sure we keep up a healthy community.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the questions there, Big Go.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
All right.
Big.
Yeah, I think he was done. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we covered quite a lot here, and we're near the end. So, do you want to do a quick recap while I spin the wheel here? I'm gonna bring the wheel up for people because we were gonna do a small giveaway for everybody participating. This has been great, and thank you for the questions from everybody. So let me
Thank
bring
you,
up
guys.
my screen here. So CryptoSeas, do you want to give us like a quick recap, or if there's anything that I missed that you want to tell us about Squidtama
No,
before I let you go here?
no, you're all good. You go ahead and get the wheel ready. I'll go ahead and start talking. Guys, I am so happy to be a part of Well Coin Talk. This is one of my favorite places in the crypto space to go ahead and give out notifications on any of one of the projects I am happy to be a part of. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to stop by our TG Squid Games. Sorry, not Squid Games. Oh my God, Squidtama underscore BSC, and you'll be able to join our Telegram. Okay, our moderators are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to answer any questions that you have or anything that you may have missed in the AMA. Likewise, what I didn't say in the AMA is that we currently have in 3 more hours you will be able to buy the NFTs, which is coordinated at the same time we start our fair launch on Pink Sale. So please stop by RTG or go to our website, squidtama.org.
Awesome. Okay, guys, I've spun the wheel twice, and we'll announce the winners in our main chat shortly. We still have the chat locked, so there's a lot of resources here already posted. Like it was mentioned earlier, just go to the official website, go to squidtama.org, and you'll find everything there. You can navigate to the Telegram, get involved with the community. If you still have questions, if you still want to learn more, I'm sure there'll be somebody there to answer all your questions. And pre-sale is coming up in a few days, so you got time to kind of dig a little deeper. And we do always say Whalecoin Talk is for research and educational purposes. It's not financial advice, but we do provide you with the links. So if this is something you like, dive a little deeper and engage with the team. So CryptoSeas, this has been great. Thank you for coming and putting this in front of the community, and thank you for everybody participating, everybody asking questions. And we'll see you guys a little bit later on Twitter today. So take care, everyone, and I'll finish the recordings. I'll send copies to everyone. I'll post in our main chat as well for anybody that missed it too.
All right. Thank you very much for having us. I hope we can do this again in the future one day.
For sure. Thank you for being here, CryptoSeas, and thank you everyone for tuning in.